Hello, my dear students. This is Devendra, your chemistry teacher. So, now in previous we have discussed on our chapter 1 in chemistry, metals and non-metals, and what we have discussed about the properties of metals. So, I think we have detailed discussed about the physical properties of metals, है ना. The physical properties of metals: hardness, solid, malleability, ductility, luster, am I right, sonorous, conductivity, and high melting and boiling points. So now we are going to discuss about the physical properties of non-metals. Okay, so what we have discussed in previous, the physical properties of metals, and now we have discussed about the physical properties of non-metals. Okay, so as you can see in this picture, we have the physical properties of non-metals. So solid non-metals are soft and dull. They break into a powdery mass on tapping with a hammer, for example coal and sulfur. As you can see a number of time, and the coal is beaten by the hammer, it is formed in a powderous form. Okay, so and second one is non-metals are not sonorous. The properties, they all are the opposite of metals that we have studied. So now they are poor conductor of heat and electricity. They do not possess metallic luster. They possess no malleability and ductility. For example, the non-metals phosphorus, sulfur, carbon, oxygens, they all are the gas. For not a phosphorus, the carbon and oxygens and sulfur, they all are the gases. Now we have another examples, like one or two more points, that non-metals have low density. Okay, and now and ductility, you know all very well. Okay, good. So they are the properties of physical properties of non-metals. So now we are going to start about the chemical properties of metal. So chemical properties of metals. So first one we have to discuss, we are going to discuss about the oxidation. So what is oxidation? Means when metal reacts with oxygen to form oxide. Okay, that means they have a basic or a acidic oxide as well as. So we have example, magnesium means Mg plus oxygen means O2. It is react with each other to form magnesium oxide 2MgO. That means metals corrode easily. Corrosion means get damaged by oxidation, such as tarnish or rust. Okay, so now rusting. Let's discuss about the rusting. What is a rusting? Rusting is a corrosion of iron. Okay, so when metal react with oxygen to give metal oxide. Okay, now rusting of iron is an oxidation reaction which take place as well as, let's you see in this picture, iron plus oxygen plus H2. The oxygen plus H2 means water, it means moisture we are get from the nature. So the iron get rust. The formula of rust is equal to 2Fe2O3. Not only the 2Fe2O3 is the formula of rust. As you know about the jung is means rust, and plus liberate the hydrogen H2. Okay, Now, have you seen a number of times the greenish deposits on the surface of copper vessels? When a copper vessel is exposed When a copper vessel is exposed to moist air for long, it acquires a dull green coating. The green material is a mixture of copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. We have a reaction: copper plus water plus carbon dioxide plus O2. The water and carbon dioxide and oxygen we get from it nature, that are called the moisture. So what we get obtained, copper hydroxide means CuOH ka whole twice, it is called a copper hydroxide, and copper carbonate CuCO3, it is called the copper carbonate. You can write the name of the compounds that I have discussed. Okay, now the metallic oxides: when all the metals react with oxygen to form their oxide. For example, sodium plus oxygen forms sodium oxide, calcium plus oxygen form a calcium oxide, aluminum plus oxygen form a aluminum oxide. Now reaction with acid. Okay, now when any metal reacts with acid to form salt and liberate hydrogen gas. For example, magnesium plus HCl. HCl means hydrochloric acid. So what we get obtained? Magnesium chloride and liberate the hydrogen plus H2. Same as zinc. Okay, now we have another example, reaction with water. So metal is react with water to form oxide and hydroxide along with hydrogen gas. For example, magnesium plus H2O. So what we get obtained? The magnesium oxide MgO plus hydrogen, that is liberated. Okay, now another example of sodium, because the metal is reacted with water to form oxide and hydroxide also. So magnesium is a example of oxide, and sodium with the sodium, when sodium reacts with water, it will get converted into sodium hydroxide and water. Okay, now displacement reaction. Metal displace another metal from its compound in aqueous solution, that is called displacement reactions. So the reaction as follows: copper sulfate means CuSO4 plus zinc. What we obtain? Zinc sulfate means ZnSO4 plus copper. In this case, remember one thing: a more reactive metal can replace a less reactive metals. That means zinc is a more reactive metal than copper. So zinc replaced copper and formed zinc sulfate, and copper gets separated. Okay, so and less reactive metals can't replace more reactive metals. Okay, so now chemical properties of non-metals. So we have the opposite, all the properties are opposite to the chemical properties of metals. Reaction with oxygen: non-metal reacts with oxygen to form oxide, like sulfur plus oxygen is equal to sulfur dioxide is SO2. Carbon plus oxygen is equal to CO2, as you know very well about the CO2. And now sulfur dioxide is dissolved in water, then sulfurous acid is formed. SO2 plus H2 is equal to H2SO3. H2SO3 is called the sulfurous acid. Okay, now reaction with acid. The non-metals do not react with acids, okay, and reaction with water, so non-metals do not react with water. This is the reason why highly reactive non-metals such as phosphorus are stored in water. And not only the phosphorus, sodium, potassium, they are the metals, they also kept in a kerosene because they react with water very vigorously. So now let's discuss about the, okay, there is no need to discuss anymore, so we will meet in our another or next video, use of metals and non-metals and some compound like alloy and corrosion. Now prepare the notes. You have a homework. Prepare the notes to related the videos, and one of the most important questions, comparison between the physical properties of metal and non-metal. Yeah, as you can say that, okay, what is the difference between metal and non-metals. Okay, thank you so much guys.